Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's news bulletin. Here are the headlines of today. Central government's interministerial central team to assess damages in Sikkim. "17 smart city projects in Shillong making good progress," says Urban Affairs Minister Sniobalang Thai. KHADC invites Hetman to create awareness on the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Solid Waste Management Act 2020. And Khasi Author Society adopts resolution to urge a centre to introduce official bill for the inclusion of Khasi language in the 8th schedule. The central government today approved the release of around 45 crore rupees disaster assistance to the flood-affected Sikkim. The move is aimed at helping the state in providing relief measures to the affected people. The Union Home Ministry has also constituted an interministerial central team to make an assessment of damages caused due to flash floods. The ministry said the team will visit the affected areas of the state shortly, and based on its assessment, further additional central assistance to Sikkim will be approved. A sudden surge in flows in the Teesta River has washed away several bridges and impacted several small towns and infrastructure projects in Sikkim. All vehicles plying in Shillong will soon be under surveillance as the Integrated Command and Control Centre is likely to be completed by March next year. Informing this on Thursday, Deputy Chief Minister in charge of Urban Affairs, Sniobalang Thar, said that the government will immediately implement the project once the ICCC is completed. CCTV cameras and modern equipment will be installed to keep an eye on vehicles plying in the city under the Shillong Smart City project. Speaking further on the Shillong Smart City project, Dhar said altogether 17 projects are making progress.
There are different types of projects, and all of them are under full swing. And related with that, ICCC, Integrated Command Control System. So I think by March they should be completed. And once completed, we will start implementation. That is related with ICCC.
Different parts of the northeastern region, including Meghalaya and its capital Shillong, is witnessing heavy rainfall and thunderstorms since Thursday. A squall also hit Shillong city this morning. The Indian Meteorological Department said that heavy to very heavy along with extremely heavy rainfall and thunderstorm with lightning at isolated places is very likely to occur over northeast region during the next 24 hours. As of now, no damage to life and property has been reported from any part of the state. The Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council has invited all the hetmen from all the localities of Shillong city and from the outskirts of the city to create an awareness on the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Solid Waste Management Act 2020, the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Regulation and Administration of Land Act 2021. The KHADC also wants the hetman to understand about Meghalaya Building Bylaw 2021. Speaking to the reporters, MDC Tabor Pathau also informed that the KHADC recently adopted a new way of registering the land. They also want to implement the digitization of India land record management in their jurisdiction.
Land record na poka office ke jongi ke pelong ini ban perkat ngin hap ban but kum ke kontat ta kadang ni pelong ni program ban persitu iki halor kancing kwa jong ka discussion ban terekam ya ka digitalize Indian land record program management ka bange yo ya kancing rap na ka sarkat kami.
After holding demonstration and conference in New Delhi, The Khasi Authors Society have adopted resolutions which includes the demand for the centre to introduce an official bill for the inclusion of Khasi language in the 8th schedule to the Constitution in the upcoming session of the Parliament. Speaking to reporters, KAS President Nonglad said that the society has also decided to seek a response from the Office of the Union Home Minister regarding the status of its memorandum demanding inclusion of the Khasi language in the 8th schedule to the Constitution.
Decision that we have taken was to wait for a respectable lapse of time before the Khasi Author Society take further steps of action or agitation with regard to this demand. So these were the 4 important resolutions adopted by the Khasi Authors Society at the end of these programs.
All Giant Midday Meal Workers Union held a protest outside the DSEO office in Juai on Thursday demanding the payment of their long overdue salaries. Midday meal workers from East, Khasi Hills and Reboy districts have also joined in the protest. President of the union, Jerry Anderson Suting, informed that the association has issued a deadline till September 13th to the government to release their salaries and enhance their honorarium. Highlighting the urgency of the situation, he said that the situation has already led to a strain on the employees.
Deadline kebangi ah po kanlay trip niyo banay lada ka sarkar kam siyo baro an riyo banay ka basa kapisa na do banay April hado banay September nakaliyang ga jongi ki kuk ki badan hajala Meghalaya baro ngin perlong daga jingeki ne ka jing ya jingek keren daga kamtang te halor gini nakaliyang jong ka DSEO kala keren ong kala ong yangi bahkan saya tho ya kan ne ka jing kajing lap kajongi sa state government hagajo ka poro ka karpat yangi bangin nang yaisa sa katokanis ngi wadam ya le ya kata kam kajing yakhi bakam namar ba ngikermen nagaliyang kajong ka baka sarkar kan le ro hagini gisni pangwan.
And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 19.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 16.4 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 94% while it was 88% in the evening. The recorded rainfall was 12.5 millimeters. And the forecast says moderate rain is likely to occur at most places. And before we wind up, here's the headlines once again. Central government's interministerial central team to assess damages in Sikkim. "17 smart city projects in Shillong making good progress," says Urban Affairs Minister Snehbhalandhar. KHADC invites Hetman to create awareness on the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Solid Waste Management Act 2020. And Khasi Authors Society adopts resolutions to urge centre to introduce official bill for the inclusion of Khasi language in the 8th schedule. And with that, viewers, we've come to the end of today's edition of the News Bulletin. Do join us back tomorrow at the same time. Good night.